Hey guys. Whoops. I was trying to do this. How are you? Thank you all for coming. So, everybody wanted Anna Griffin's clear acrylic thing that holds the blades. And I saw somebody did make one and shared it in the Cricut community that you can get. And I looked at it, but I'm like, I want one that's not, that you can put more holes in it. I didn't want it that wide, and I didn't want the blades that far apart. I wanted it more compact and more holes because it is the expanding tool kit accessory. What do they call that? There's more tools coming. They have not officially told me that, but I did hear back at the last event at Cricut that there's lots more tools coming. So far there's only been 2 released. That's not a lot yet. So there should be more coming. So I wanted to add some more holes. I started this late last night, like after 8:30, and I couldn't stop. I thought I would design it, and I was test cutting it with paper, and I had to tweak it a few times. And then I got it, and I'm like, well, I want to do it out of chipboard. So I did it out of chipboard, and I'm like, well, I want to go ahead and cover this, see what it looks like. And so I just kept doing it, and then it was after midnight. And I'm a little addicted to this. I don't know why I need more than one, but I want to make so many of these. I think I'm going to make some and maybe give them away or something. I just want to make them. Like, it's the fun of making it. In the picture you've seen, that was holographic vinyl. I want to make it out of, today we're doing stainless steel adhesive foil. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I think it'll look like metal. I'm thinking maybe. I don't know. I'm looking at all my stuff, and there's so many things you can make this out of. My original thought, I actually got this paper out because I wanted to show you. I wanted to do it in this first. I got this out because I was going to cut this. I was going to cover the chipboard in this paper. That would be pretty. And then I saw the holographic vinyl. I'm like, oh, I want to try that. And now I want to try everything. I want to try iron-on. I think we can iron it on. I also thought, while I was getting ready for this video, I thought you could cover the chipboard in washi tape, in different colors of washi tape or the same color of washi tape. Let it cut out while the chipboard is covered, and then you don't even have to go to the part of cutting out the extra layers to add to it. And you don't have to glue to it. I mean, you have to glue the pieces together, and you might want to cover the edges. I'm going to show you how I covered the edges. After I did it last night, I did have to tweak it a little. I made the holes big enough to use the lids. So this is the rotary blade. I can't get it out, okay? This is too tight. I could get it in, but I can't pull it out. So I made the file bigger. So that's why I haven't shared the file yet, because I want to make sure everything is perfect before I share it, instead of sharing it and like, oh, wait, let me tweak it. This is the back. And I forgot to, let me show you the front. I covered each edge, and I'm going to show you how to do it really easy with vinyl. And I also use this knife to cut it perfectly, because chipboard may be different thicknesses, and I made this to work the best with Cricut chipboard, but even with different humidity, it may be different thicknesses. So I made these edge pieces too big, and I'm going to show you how to easily cut it if you have that knife or an X-Acto knife. You don't have to have the Cricut one, but it's amazing. But you can use an X-Acto knife or something and to make that more clear. Well, I did the front edges, but before I glued it together, I forgot to do the back edges so you could see the chipboard on these sides. So I just went ahead and put it on there. And then I was thinking, well, I should put this back piece on, because I put most of these on before I glued it together. And I should have put the back piece on after they were all glued together, and I should make it big enough to cover these sides so it just looks like one piece. So I did that for you in the file. I hope. That's one reason why I haven't shared it. I got to see if it works. We're going to find out today. And I think that's it. So I made, here's the top of it, looks like. So this is where the rotary blade goes, and it fits with the rotary cover on it. So you can easily get it in and out. And then these two holes are a little bigger. They needed to be bigger for the knife blade lid. And then these I made for the smaller ones. But you can put whatever you want. So there's extra holes because you never know. Okay. Are we ready? Let me show you something real fast. It looks like I didn't clean my desk, but I want to show this to you. Do you see this looks like, okay. This is what happens when you use the chipboard and it's intricate cut. This is not intricate cut. But when I first cut it, I fixed it the second time, and I'm going to show you how or where this piece is from. And what it is this didn't hurt anything. This was the leftover part, but it can get stuck on your blade. In the past, my blade did get stuck on little pieces of chipboard like this that don't belong, you know, like they came off the chipboard in the middle of cutting. So let me take you to Design Space really fast. So if I hit, here is the file. So this part gets cut out of chipboard. This part gets cut out of paper or vinyl or whatever you would like it to get cut out of. And this piece is longer than this piece. You have to look, these are two different pieces. This piece will go on the back of the piece that covers the sides in that. And this may be confusing right now, but when I put it together, I'm going to explain all that. And then so you have two of these for each side. So you do the front and back of the chipboard, and then you do the top of the chipboard. And then these pieces here are to put along the edge, and I'm going to show you that. And then when we hit Make It, this is how it comes up, and this is too intricate. This is where these little pieces slivered off is in between the cuts. Do you see that? How close it is? So what I moved this down here so I could have an actual, just a piece cut out, and I could save the rest of this or cut out another one. Next time I cut, I'm going to cut 2 or 3 at a time because I want to try new stuff, new materials on top of it, and see how it works. So what I did is I just moved them a little further apart on my next cut, and it cut great. I didn't have these little pieces I had to worry about. So does that make sense? And then here's the vinyl. And it puts, I don't know if this is new. Like, I don't remember Cricut putting these so close together. But they need to be a little further apart with chipboard. Okay? Shelly's watching from the Amtrak. Candy, that's a great question. Let me show you how. Okay, I'm going to cancel the cut because I've already got it cut out. Okay, now if you wanted to take these holes out, let's say you don't want, you can put the rotary blade in these bigger holes, not the smaller ones, but in these bigger ones without the lid. So if you didn't want that, you could hit Contour down here at the bottom, click on that, and then you could add your own circle. Okay, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to undo. You could add your own circle of your own size anywhere you want. Hit Command, click on that so they're both selected, and then slice. You got your own circle. So you can change it by hitting Contour. And then instead of doing this and trying to get the same thing, you delete this piece and just duplicate this piece and change the color. So I had to tweak this a lot. And every time I did it, I just deleted this pink piece and then duplicated this one. They're the exact same size of pieces. Okay, let's undo that though, because I didn't measure or anything, and I just want to show you how it can be done. There we go. So does that help you guys out? So you can change where these holes are and add your own holes. You can make your whole new thing yourself, really. These are just squares and circles. That's all you need to make this, is the free squares and circles. Okay, I think that's it. So let's get started. Let's go here. I am going to go to the overhead camera here. I think this will be good. Yeah, unlimited undo. But if you're afraid you're going to ruin, well, you can just go back and get the file again, actually. If you mess it up, the file will always be there for you in Patreon. But you could duplicate it and then work on the duplicated one or hide one just to make sure you don't lose it. Okay. And what was I going to show you? These little pieces. Do you see these little pieces? I'm going to save those because the vinyl cuts out these. I did it to one. I don't know where that one is. The vinyl, oh, here it is. Like, that was one I was picking at, though. But you could save these little pieces because the vinyl, here's the vinyl we're going to use today. It cuts out the little holes. Although you can't see the holes in the video. But we're going to cover it with this today. Can you see that? Try to make it look like metal. Won't that be cool? I think it will be. All right. Let's just take this off. This one was done in the holographic blue. It actually looks more pink to me than it does. It looks different in different light. But that's the holographic blue. Okay, so, let me think real fast on what to do first and what not to do first, because I did change my mind in what I did last night exactly. Okay, I can do all of these sides, I think, and cover those. There's something special I do to these sides too, and I did it backwards last night, and I had to fix my mistake. So that's important to watch that. Oh no! I ripped this when I ripped that off. That's all right. I can cut another piece, but I'll still use it to make sure it fits. I can do that later. And that's just the back piece, I think. All right, I'm going to do, and I didn't use any transfer paper or anything. So I'm going to start with this, and you want to make sure you have it the way this is cut. Like, if it's flipped over this way, this is not going to fit the holes. Put your questions in all caps. Now, I would not do this in permanent vinyl, only because I had to pull it up a few times where I didn't get it completely straight. So this is the hard part. Maybe transfer tape would be better. I'm going to try to just do the corner and line it up at the bottom. Nope. The lining up part is the hardest. Nope. Okay. Gotta get closer to it. Transfer tape might work best for this because transfer tape will keep it smoother. You know what I mean? Like not rolling, because this stuff wants to roll because I've had it in a roll for so long. And remember, if you just bought a new machine, you have to calibrate the knife blade. I almost forgot. So you have to calibrate the knife blade. You have to use the purple mat, and when I put the chipboard on the purple mat, I rolled this on it and got it really flat and then taped the edges. There. Okay, got that done. And I taped the edges of this because this was rolled out. This is not the new stuff that doesn't roll at all. Now these side pieces are all the same. If you don't get it perfectly perfect, it's okay, because you can choose which side shows on, if it's on the inside or the outside. Hey, I just got an idea. A better idea. You could put this on the chipboard before you cut it. You might want to put it on both sides of the chipboard before you cut it. And then you would only need to put the edges on. Does that make sense? You might waste more of this, but it's only that one square actually. Well, then you'd have to do both sides. But that's a possibility, and then maybe have it cut one more time. I'm gonna try it. I have to try that. I just now thought of that. Okay, we got this one. Let's do this one. Hi, Joan. So this is why I suggest not to put this on, use permanent vinyl, at least until you get the hang of this, to get it straight. I wonder if the other camera is better for you guys. Let me see. Oh, Jamie, you are right. It might fray the edges. I don't know. I know the printable vinyl, it did fray the edges when you did that. And I'm kind of wiping this off because I feel like it's a little dusty. Not from sitting around my house, dusty from being cut. Oh, that's the wrong piece. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting my thumb on the end so I can kind of guide it so it won't go over the piece. And then I'm just pushing it down. You can roll it. I think it's fun to roll it. I don't know why. I was doing that and I was like, this is fun. Okay, so now the back piece of this we are not going to do yet, but we're gonna do the inside piece. So we have to do the inside piece here. Now, of course you don't have to. And something else you could do, see these sides? I just took a circle and placed it there and sliced it. You could do something like that to the back if you want, maybe stretch it out and put a little design in here. You could put a heart in here. You could put a star in here. You could do different designs on the sides. You could do different designs on the back. The possibilities are endless. Okay, so now I'm not sure which one is, that one looks exact. This one is longer. So we're gonna do this one because we're gonna do the inside piece. And then we're gonna put that piece on last. Oh, but we have to put the edges on. I feel like it's dusty. Yeah, you could ink the edges, or you could paint this or ink it, or you don't have to cover it. Maybe you just want chipboard. Does that look like metal, kind of? There's also the chrome one too. I thought about using that too. Okay, so we are going to do the edges of this whole piece. And then you really want to watch me do these side pieces. Okay, now here's where we're going to be using the knife blade. The True Control knife blade. Okay, I'm going to try to just put this on the edge here. Without it sticking off the top. I want this as even as possible. And then what I did is I rubbed it, you can't see, I rubbed it on the edge of the table. Oh, to try to get it, I didn't have it on even, on there as strong as possible. Try again. These edges are even, the length is even. But then there's extra that will be left over. See, I don't want it to be sticking off the top. And it's going to be sticking off the top. It's like the chipboard's bent. All right, here, we're going to make it easy. Oh my gosh. I can't do anything straight right now. I did it last night good when no one was watching. Okay. I have it so it sticks off both sides, and we're going to cut that off. But it was showing some of the chipboard at the front. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, this is where the knife comes in. If I could get it on straight, I would only need to do this once. Make sure you don't do it on a table. I'm peeling that off. That you're gonna cut. So I'm just gonna take this down and cut the excess off. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. The reason I did not make this exact size in Design Space, I cut that off, is because your chipboard may be a little bit different size than mine. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. We're going to make it go faster this time. Hi, Kiona. Glad you made it. My videos never disappear. They're always available. This one I'm going to keep for Patreons or sponsors only. And this file is for Patreons or sponsors only for the first 2 weeks. And then I'm going to share it in the Cricut community. Just this one. I mean, I have a few. I don't share much in the Cricut community because it's a perk for you guys. But this one I'm going to keep for you guys for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to share the file, but I'm not sharing the video. So they'll have to figure out how to put it together themselves. Okay, I'm trying to get this one on. Kiona, before you make this, before you cut it out, watch this video. If you guys just joined. Because I gave you some pointers of what to do in Design Space and showed you how you can change it. Okay. Why am I not doing very good today? This was so fun and easy to make the first time. Okay, the adhesive foil is harder to work with than the holographic vinyl. Let me just put that out there. Oh, I gotta do the sides. So I have 2 sides for that. And then 1 for each of those. Okay, yep, I got the right amount. Okay, first before we put this on, I want to make sure which one is going to be on the outside. Okay, I think I want to do this side. I'm going to try to line it up so it's on the edge. Might be easier with it not being so long. Yeah, the vinyl is much easier to work with than this adhesive foil. So this is probably the last one I do with adhesive foil, but I think it'll look cool. That was easier, and that came out really nice. See? I think this is harder because it's longer, and I don't think it's straight. I might have to redo this piece, but it's the back, so for me, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so now I need to see which side. I think that side is best, so we're gonna put this here. If you don't, these are perfect length for each one. If you want them bigger and cut it off to make it easier, you can just make them bigger. And put this on the edge of the table. And then we're going to cut this off. Cheryl, that's a good idea. Laying the vinyl down and then putting it down. I can't try it now, I'm done. But that is a good idea. So if I were to lay the vinyl down flat and then maybe lay this on top of it. That's what she's saying. So it's a great tip. Okay, now another thing I was worried about, I've done this and I haven't tried without doing this. How we're going to put this together, remember this piece is the inside. When you put this piece on, that matches this perfectly. We still have the larger piece on the paper. We're not using that yet. So this is the inside. And this is the front, the pieces that have this. This is the front. Actually, you can put this any way you want, but this piece is bad. That's going to go in the back. That just did not turn out well. I should probably do that again, but I don't want to take the, oh, look, that piece. All right, let's try it. So this is just a mess. I don't know what happened. It's like the top of this, I did not put the top piece on straight or something. And it's coming off the edge a little. Yeah, it is. See, I didn't put it on perfect, and there's a little adhesive foil on this side, just a tiny bit, and that's what messed it up. Okay, now it's smoother. And I had this piece that I cut off the other side. Try it this way. Okay, and then I'm rubbing it on the table. Just trying to push it down further. It's better than it was. If I do adhesive foil, I'm going to cut extra sides. So if I do mess up, I can do it again. And maybe learn to use this knife blade. There, that's better. Okay, sorry guys. This is the stainless steel adhesive foil. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these sides together. Remember to have the one side that has this edging on the front. And this is gonna go on the front. And then we're gonna glue these together, but I don't wanna glue this on top of the vinyl because I just don't think it'll last as long. So I'm gonna cut off some of the vinyl. Now yesterday, I cut it off the wrong side. I did not, so you have to like put it together how you're gonna do it, okay? So these are the insides. So I'm gonna lay this way. So I'm gonna cut off, let me switch so you can see the better. So we're gonna cut off a little piece on the inside here and then a little piece on the inside here of just the vinyl. And I'm gonna use this. I haven't used this yet. I just opened it up. Okay, so we're gonna cut this. And I'm not measuring it perfectly. I'm doing it probably a little thinner than what the piece will actually be, just so the glue can attach in there. And then I'm gonna turn this one upside down. See how it's upside down, just so I can cut the side here. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick off the vinyl. Actually, I got some of the chipboard too, but that's all right. It's just enough, I think. Probably could have done a little more. But it's just enough so glue will attach the two pieces together. I thought about using hot glue, but hot glue can sometimes get thick, and I didn't want it to be bulky or anything. But actually, after it's together, if you're worried about it sticking together, you could turn this upside down. Let's take these things out. And this one, because I made it the wrong size, I can't get out unless I undo the lid this way. You could go in under here and put some hot glue maybe in the corners just to reinforce it. Okay, so now, remember this is the inside and we're gonna glue right here. I'm just using the art glitter glue. Doing one side at a time, and we're just gonna kind of hold it together. Try to get it on the very edge. So this edge is touching this edge inside. This piece will be on the inside and you'll see the edge of this in the back. And while I'm holding this, I'm going to look at your questions. Don't have many questions. Yeah, Mamie says don't stress about it. That's right. Marta, I have, I think I actually have 6 gear blades. I got doubles. I don't have any more than anyone else might have. Because I bought the pink Explorer, I bought the pink Maker. I already had all 3 blades. I had the scoring and the rotary and the knife blade. And then they also came with the bundle of the pink Maker. So that's why I have extras. So I think I'm gonna have a extra one, the scoring with the double score wheel and then the single score wheel. Well, there, that didn't work. I thought it was stuck and then let's try it again. It worked perfectly last night. Try to get these corners even. I think I'm going to lay it down this way. This way it'll be flat on the table and I can push this in and try to hold this straight up and let it dry. And I think I'm going to add a little more glue here in the corner. It dries clear. Yeah, that's why I didn't make the files exact to fit the chipboard, because it's not always the same. Oh yeah, and you can't cut it in one single piece with score lines because you can't bend chipboard. Now, if you were making it out of something else, you possibly could, or I could make it so it's one piece out of craft board, which is not thick enough, and then if you glue the pieces to the craft board and to bend the craft board, we could do that. The blade holder I found on Amazon. I'm getting Sunday, it's gonna be here. So I haven't tried it yet. That one holds your phone and holds your glasses and some other things too. This one also holds the knife blade. Oh wait, the bigger one, it goes down all the way in, you can't see. Or you can do it this way. Oh wait, that one didn't work. Does it fit? Oh, there. Depending on which one you stick it in. Can you guys see that? Okay, now we're going to glue it to the desk. I think we're getting there. Yeah, this chipboard is from Cricut, and there's other chipboards that won't cut as well because they're more fibrous. Their chipboards are not made to be cut in cutting machines. And Cricut found that out. So they had to create a chipboard to make for the machine. I don't think they actually planned on selling chipboard until they found out that other chipboard does not cut as well. Yeah, maybe you could do the vinyl connected around the piece. You know what I could do? Where's the vinyl? Oh, I forgot to put the pieces on the edge here. I'm like, why do I have more pieces? I'm gonna cut some of this. I did not have to do this. I did not have to wait this long. It dried really fast. I had no problems at like 11 p.m. last night. So what I did is I just took a piece of the vinyl and cut it and kind of using it kind of like tape. So that will hold it until this is completely dry. I think. Am I not putting enough glue in it? See? Look at that. Why did it work so well last night? You can't bend this chipboard. It's too thick. Okay, it feels like it's sticking now. That's not perfect. I want it perfect. If I was using paper to cover this, it would be easy. But because with the foil, you see every little wrinkle and every little mark. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try this piece. So I'm just gonna put glue. Oh, I forgot which camera I'm at. Which camera do you guys want to watch through, the overhead or the side? I'm putting glue on this one. Make sure you don't put them upside down or anything, and the bottom legs are at the bottom. There's all kinds of chipboard. Cereal box is actually made from chipboard. If you use cereal box, you could probably bend that. You could score that and bend that. But I don't know how that would work with the heaviness of the blades. With the smaller blades it would work. I don't know how it would work with the rotary blade and the knife blade. I feel like this is getting there now. Okay, I'm gonna let these dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna do the edges of this real fast. I don't think it'll take long. I'm always afraid to cut this. Pushing hard enough. There. And the other one. See, that went much faster. The long ones are hard to do, or harder. At least they are with this. They weren't hard last night. I suggest the holographic vinyl. Yeah, I don't think cereal box would hold up either. See, those edges look good. Does it look like metal, kind of? All right, let's see. I think it's good. By the time we get this on there, it'll stay. So what I'm gonna do now is put glue on the top. And we'll be done really fast. I'm going to do it this way so I can see where this all goes. Okay. Whoops. I gotta let it dry. Maybe that's my problem. I'm not letting it dry. All right, so that's all you have to do. It's not quite dry yet, but I want to show you the square part. This is the rotary blade, and if you have the cover on it, it has a flat piece and a round piece. So you just follow the thing here. Put the flat piece in the round piece, and I can take it off. Oh, we're not done yet. We got to put the back on. Okay, now this is the test. I don't know if this fits. Whoops. See, and this isn't totally, let's mesh that together. Wait, I'm gonna start this side because that side has a rip. Yeah, I think that fits. I ripped this little corner here, and I'll try to piece that in there. But the back piece fits. Yay, the file is good. I suggest you don't use this. Oh, we're not glued yet. But I think it's gonna be good. The file is good. You guys know how to put it together. For those of you that were here and seen it all, are there any questions or comments? I don't even care if you hit the thumbs up. This is an unlisted video. Yes, you can make it from wood and paint it or stain it, and then you don't have to cut the extra pieces. I'm using the Art Glitter Glue. I get it from May Made It. I didn't even use as much glue last night on this one. So they all go in there. And if you don't want this big hole for the lid of the rotary blade won't fit in these small ones, but they will fit in these holes. So I showed in the beginning of the video how to take out this hole and add another one if you wanted. But the caps on them do fit in these bigger holes. They won't fit in the smaller ones. So that's where I put the scoring tool. Or you can make all the holes bigger too. But I like the way it fits and doesn't move around as much than if it was in the bigger hole. So that's why I did that. Hey guys, Ken's Creations is going to be doing a video very soon on mermaid thing from the stamp company. I forgot what it was. Where he has dies and stamps and stuff. So I'm going to share the file for this in another post and add it to my links so you guys can go ahead and cut this out because I think this file works. And hopefully it'll be easier than it was this time, because when I did the first one, it was so easy. So I'm going to try some other things and play around with it. And I'm maybe going to use washi tape before I cut it. So you don't even have to, all you have to do is cut the chipboard and then do the edges. We'll see. I want to see what you guys make with it. If you guys cut this, let me know. Share it. Let's see it. Oh, and tomorrow, if you're watching this live or today, tomorrow is our Patreon, what's it called? Live hangout. So tomorrow afternoon, after the Cricut Design Space class and the Cricut Design Space class, I'm going to take live call-in questions. So if you have questions, I want you to ask and call in. If you pledge $5 or more, you have that phone number and the lines will be open. And you can call and I'll answer them live. All right, guys, thank you so much. Go hang out with Ken now. I'll try to pop in too, because I want to see that mermaid file, or not file, but stamp. Yes, open your chipboard package 24 hours before you cut it is what they say, because it needs to soak up the humidity of your air. It kind of expands a little bit. And if you don't do that, then it might cut through too many layers. You can cut it, but just keep an eye on it when it gets like to 16 passes, because it takes 20 passes. This project, cutting one out, took 30 minutes to cut the chipboard, just so you guys know. So it was 30 minutes to cut the chipboard, so prepare for that. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to hang out, have fun, and you can call me. Bye, guys.